Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Brian Shanae. Today I'm finally here to share with you my reading plans for June, aka my June TBR. So with this pile, I have manga. I have a mixture of things. I have manga, I have picture books, and I have like mystery thriller a little bit up in here, and then some fantasy. So I have a lot going on this month, but it is what it is. I can't help myself. And also, if y'all don't know, I am a huge mood reader. So yeah, so this is like literally how inconsistent the genres and stuff these books are. It literally is how my moods be. Let's go ahead and get started with this. So the first thing that I plan on reading it's a manga. It's very popular. My brother actually brought it to my attention. We started watching, we watched the first episode of the anime on Crunchyroll, and I absolutely loved it to the point where I wanted to start reading the manga, which I believe there's 23 volumes out right now. So it's not too crazy. I feel like I can keep up. So I decided to just, utilize my library. So I got the first volume from my library, which is Demon Slayer. Yes. I had to get it. And and I'm really excited to jump into it. Just from watching the first episode, I'm like, yes, I need it. But yeah, I had to indulge. So, and literally it says, in Tasho era Japan, kind-hearted Tanjiro Kamado makes a living selling charcoal. But his peaceful life is shattered when a demon slaughters his entire family. His little sister Nezuko is the only survivor, but she has been transformed into a demon herself. Tanjiro sets out on a dangerous journey to find a way to return his sister to normal and destroy the demon who ruined his life. Learning to slay demons won't be easy, and Tanjiro barely knows where to start. The surprise appearance of another boy named Yu, who seems to know what's going on, might provide some answers, but only if Tanjiro can stop Yu from killing his sister first. So literally, I'm excited. It talks about demons and stuff. I'm like, I'm here for it. And it sort of gives you like vampire vibes for me anyways. But yeah, so I'm excited to start reading this. I have the first volume. I have put the second volume on hold, so I have to wait until it gets to my library. But yeah, we're looking forward to start reading Demon Slayer. The next few volumes, the next 5, are some more manga. And it was just brought to my attention that this is also going to soon be an anime itself. I don't know when it's going to be released or what dates or what year. I think maybe next year possibly. And I really love a lot when it comes to romance with manga stories and stuff, with it when it's manga and it's romance. There you go. That's the way to put it. I love it so much. So I'm going to be reading volumes 1 through 5 of Honey Lemon Soda by Mayu Murata. So we have volume 1 right here, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, and volume 5. And I'm really excited to get into this. Like with the synopsis with the first volume, it says, Uka Ishimori has one dream in life: to have fun in high school. As a self-avowed, dense, stone-faced introvert who spent all of middle school hardening her heart against a daily barrage of bullying, breaking out of her shell is easier said than done. Luckily, she's not alone. Kai Miura, a classmate whose blonde hair reminds her of the lemon soda he so enjoys, has her back. Step by step, she endeavors to cast off the shadows of her past and reinvigorate her life. But so yeah, I was like, oh, I'm here for it. So I'm going to be reading volumes 1 through 5. These are ones that I wanted to own. Eventually I might end up owning Demon Slayer. Hopefully somebody can gift it to me. Maybe I'll ask my brother, since he recommended it to me. He'll be like, hey, you know what? You could just go ahead and invest in me, and and just give me all 23 volumes of Demon Slayer. I doubt it will work, but who knows? I might just ask him. But yeah, so these are some more manga that I cannot wait to read. The next one, I just saw this on TikTok, and someone, I forget what her name is, she mentioned it, she was reading it and she loved it, and she says like when it came to the awards regarding the anime or the story or the manga or whatever, it beat out a sign of affection. And if y'all are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. But if y'all, for people that have been with me and been riding with me throughout this entire time and journey I've been on BookTube, like y'all already know, like especially these last couple of months, I've been talking about sign of affection for a minute, and then come to find out somebody saying that this manga beat out sign of affection. I'm like, okay, let's see what this is about. So I end up reading, I'm going to be reading the first volume of A Condition Called Love. This is by Megumi Marino. And I'm like, okay, this looks cute. So for the synopsis, it says, meant for someone else, but not for me. 16-year-old Hatoru has always been ambivalent about romance. So when she sees her schoolmate Hananui-kun sitting alone in the snow after a messy public breakup, she thinks nothing of offering to share her umbrella. But when he asks her out the next day, she decides to give this whole dating thing a shot. Will Hananui-kun win her heart, or will his efforts only prove to Hatoru that love isn't worth it after all? So yeah, I'm like, oh, this is cute, and I like this so much. So I'm like, okay, if I like the first volume, I'll probably end up getting the other ones. I think it's the ones that's been released, it goes up to volume 8, I think. So you know, it's not too far in, so who knows. And then on top of that, there's an anime of Crunchyroll. So I feel like once I read all 8 volumes, I'll end up watching the anime and see how I feel about it, since I read A Sign of Affection and watched A Sign of Affection on Crunchyroll. So there is that. So I'm a sucker when it comes to cute romances and stuff, so don't judge me. The next one, which I've been waiting for this to be released for forever. I do not know when the next volume is going to come out. I'm obsessed with this manga, and that is Snow White with the Red Hair. This is volume 26. And I'm really excited to get into this. I'm really excited to see Zen, Shiryuki, Mitsuhide, Kiki. I'm just here for it. Ryu, I'm just excited to get back into reading this. I hope that they will have a season 3 for Snow White with the Red Hair for the anime. I really hope so. I'm crossing my fingers because it just left off with questions, and so that's why I was obsessed with just reading all the volumes last year. And then this 26th one just recently came out, so now I gotta wait long. Who knows when the next volume for this one is going to come out, but I'm excited to get into this. I miss these characters so much. So here's that. The next book that I'm going to be reading, and I have to and I must do a book review, single book review for this book, because I did a single book review for the first book, Blood Debts. So we have Blood Justice by Terry J. Benton Walker. I'm excited for this. If y'all don't know, y'all should know, like, I really love his work. I love his writing. I love the storytelling. I love the characters in it. I love the representation that it gives. I am here for it. Sorry, if y'all hear a noise, that is my dog going in circles chasing his tail. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, what you doing? What you doing? See the silence? What you doing? Huh? Huh? But yeah, so sorry about the little tiptoes and scratchy noises if you hear that. That's my dog and my puppy in the background. But yes, Blood Justice. Really, like, if y'all want to even check out my review for Blood Debts, I'll leave up above. So, you know, after you watch this video, you can check out that book review that I did. But I'm really excited to get into this, and yeah, I can't say anything more about it. Y'all just gonna have to wait for the book review. But here's that. The next book that I plan on also doing a book review for is Bitter and Sweet by Rhonda McKnight. I'm really looking forward to reading this. I read The Thing About Home last year by her and really loved it. And then I want to get into this one because it goes into like 3 different generations of women. So it goes on to say the present. So apparently there's the present and then there's the past. So we're dipping in from the present and past. It says, when summoned to Georgetown, South Carolina, sisters Mariah Clark and Sabrina Holland both assume their ailing grandfather's health has gotten worse. Neither expects their grandmother's undeniable request save the family restaurant. Mariah is at a crossroad in her life. After being dumped by her husband and forced to walk away from their diner that she helped rescue from bankruptcy, bitter feelings consume her. Even though the restaurant has been in the family for 86 years, giving her all to another struggling business isn't something she wants to do. Living out of her van and striving for a fresh start, Sabrina yearns for stability for herself and her daughter and a chance to turn her baking hustle into a bona fide business. The family restaurant may be just the blessing she needs, but as old tensions and angry disagreements resurface, Sabrina wonders if her sister will let her have a say. And then it goes into the past and says, after falling victim to a love she thought would last a lifetime, Tabitha Cooper finds herself away from home and struggling to survive in Charleston in the early 20th century. She is determined to turn corn into cornbread and to take care of her children the best way she knows how, by serving food that's good for the soul, and along the way forges a path that leaves a legacy of success for generations to come. And then it goes on to say, through letters that reveal Tabitha's complicated past, the sisters discover truths that just might be the right recipe to mend their hearts, if they can find a way to savor the blessing of today and leave the bitter aftertaste of old memories behind them. So yeah, I can tell this is going to be a very deep read. It's going to make me sad and maybe depressed a little bit. I'm just going to be quite honest with you, but I'm here for it because it talks about a lot of things that, you know, normal families go through on a regular basis, where you have a terrible relationship with your sister or sibling or whoever it may be, or a grandparent or a mother. You never know. So I'm here for it. I'm here for the ride. So I'm excited to read this book by Rhonda McKnight. So we have that. The next book that I'm planning on reading, I'm actually going to be buddy reading this with Maya, and we're going to be reading Midnight Robber by Nalo Hopkinson. I was so excited. I found this edition at Half Price Books. I just, like, when I was walking, and then literally this cover just got my attention. I like zoned into it. I'm like, oh my god, this cover is beautiful. But yeah, I really am excited to get into this. It says Prisoner of New Way Tree. So yeah, I'm excited. And the cover, it sold me instantly. So I'm really excited to get into this. And this is my first book by Nalo, I believe, as well. So I'm really excited. So there's that. Next book that I'm really excited for. I'm a huge fan of this character, and I'm excited that we're going to be introduced to her before she became, you know, who she's known as. And the book I'm talking about is Storm, Dawn of a Goddess. This is by Tiffany D. Jackson. This is Tiffany D. Jackson's newest release that just recently came out, and I'm really excited to get into this and read this. Like, I'm excited. I'm freaking excited. It says, even on the back, it says, before she was Storm of the X-Men, she was Aurora Monroe. And also with this edition, it glows in the dark. Like, if you get the first edition of this book, it glows in the dark. I believe, like, right here. And I think the spine glows in the dark as well, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm really excited to get into this book, and I'm really, like, loving this cover. It's giving. So I'm here for it. The next book that I'm going to be buddy reading this, I actually need to I've been needing to do this, and I just keep forgetting to do it. I need to set up a group chat on Insta so we all can start reading this book together, which I feel like maybe is going to be closer to the end of the month for this one. But that is the Silver Blood Promise, The Last Legacy. This is book 1, and this is by James Logan. So I saw this cover, and I was like, yes. And then I read the synopsis, which it says, enter a city of traitors and thieves, monsters and murderers. Lucan Gordova is a card sharp academy dropout, and thanks to a duel that ended badly, the disgraced heir to an ancient noble house. His days consist of cheap wine, rigged card games, and wondering how he might win back the life he threw away. When Lucan discovers that his estranged father has been murdered by unknown assailants, he finds fresh purpose. Deprived of his chance to make amends for his mistakes, he vows to unravel the mystery behind his father's death. His search for answers leads him to Safrona, a fabled city of merchant princes, where anything can be bought if one has the coin. Lucan only seeks the truth, but instead he finds danger and secrets in every shadow. For in Safrona, everything has a price, and the price of truth is the deadliest of all. So yeah. And it even says, for fans of Scott Lynch, Nicholas Ames, and Joe Abercrombie, The Silver Blood Promise is an unmissable epic fantasy debut packed with winning banter, thrilling twists, and blockbuster action. Need I say more? I'm here for it. This is my type of fantasy right here. My type of fantasy book. So I'm excited to read this with everybody. Lisi's, Tia, I think Brandy Latrice as well. So yeah, I need to set up a group chat for that. So yes, this is myself reminding myself to do that right after I'm done. But yeah, I cannot wait to read this. The next book is for my members. So I do have memberships on my channel. We have Origins and we have Ray Bearers, and we read a book every single month, and we always talk about it the following month. So I always give you a month plus an extra week or week or two to read the book. And then we have a live discussion. So the book that we're going to be reading this month, and I'm really excited to get into this series, we're going to be reading The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. This is the first book in a series, and I'm really excited to read this. It even says on the back, the Emperor's reign has lasted for decades. His mastery of bone shard magic powering the animal-like constructs that maintain law and order. But now his rule is failing, and revolution is sweeping across the empire's many islands. When the emperor refuses to recognize his daughter as heir to the throne, she vows to prove her worth by mastering the forbidden art of bone shard magic. Yet such magic carries a deadly cost. So I'm here for it. I'm excited to read this with my members. It's going to be a fun time. Definitely. If you want to join my memberships, do so, because I will say now that YouTube has this feature where it's the live streams are private only to members, you know, so if you want to join us, you have to become a member. That way you can be part of the live discussions. So if you want to become a member, do so, you know, think about it. But yeah, really excited to get into this. Next book that just recently came out, I was able to get this from my library, and it looks like I'm the first one to get it, and that is Do What Godmother Says. This is by L.S. Stratton. This is the author of Not So Perfect Strangers, which I need to read. That'll probably be a book that I read sometime later this year. But here is the cover, and just look at this. So freaking beautiful. And even on the back it says, Shanice Pierce knows better than to heed bad omens, but she has had a hard time ignoring the signs when she finds herself newly single and out of a job on the same seemingly cursed day. Then while cleaning out her grandmother's house, Shanice comes across a painting she hadn't seen in years, drawn to the haunting portrait in a way she can't explain. Shanice accepts her grandmother's offer to keep the family heirloom. She soon uncovers the story of the artist, a Harlem Renaissance painter named Estelle Johnson. The young woman was taken under wing by the wealthy art patron Maud Bachman, or Godmother, as she insisted her artist called her, and vanished shortly after Bachman's brutal murder a century ago. As Shanice digs deeper, she becomes convinced she's being stalked and that the deaths happening around her are connected to the staggering offer she turned down for the painting. But the truth hiding in plain sight is even more shocking and deadly than Shanice could have possibly imagined. So I am here for it, and I'm glad that my library had got this. So yeah, so this is another book I'm really excited for. I'm even thinking about also listening to, like, hybrid reading it, where I listen to the audio plus reading this. I feel like it's gonna be a vibe. So I'm here for it. And then last but not least, with this huge pile, I have picture books. I need some picture books in my life, and my kids as well. So this is not just picture books for me. It's also for my children. So one of the books that I got from the library is Forever and Always. This is by Brittany J. Thurman and Charmin Knight Justice, excuse me. And with this, it says, when Daddy goes to work, Olivia worries, will Daddy be careful? Will Daddy be safe? Thud, thud, thud. Goes Olivia's heart. Thump, thump, thump. When Daddy goes to work, the days stretch on, forever and ever and ever. But Olivia has an idea for how to make the seconds tick faster. She can make something for Daddy, something that he can keep with him always. And then it says, lyrical and unforgettable, Forever and Always explores a day in the life of one anxious young girl and offers comfort and reassurance to any child waiting for a loved one to come home. So yeah, I'm excited to not only read this myself, but also for my daughter to read it to all of us. So here is this. Next one is My Name is Long as a River. This is by Suma Subramaniam and illustrated by Tara Anand. So we're going to have a nice little trip to India. And I like these. Like, look at the end paper. It is beautiful. I love this. It says, what's so special about your name? So yeah, I'm excited to get into this. I feel like my daughter is going to end up loving this book. So this is another one I plan on reading. Another one is Zora the Story Keeper. This is written by Ebony Joy Wilkins and illustrated by Derek Coulter. And like, I love this cover. And look at her locks. I love it so much. Oh man. And just look at that. It's beautiful. And then I just love like the illustrations and stuff. It's beautiful. But yeah, this is another picture book that I'm excited for, not only for myself to read, but for my kids to read. The next one is Calvin. This is by J.R. and Vanessa Ford and illustrated by Kayla Herron. This is another one, and I'm really excited to read this one particularly and read this to my kids. And I will tell you why. With the synopsis, it says, being the only one felt scary. How would everyone treat me? What if my friends wouldn't call me he? What if? Calvin has always known he's a boy, even though the world sees him as a girl. He hasn't told anyone yet, but with a new school year approaching, he can't wait a moment longer. I'm not a girl, he tells his family. I'm a boy in my heart and in my brain. Though his loving family is quick to support him, Calvin is nervous about what his friends and teachers will think. Inspired by the author's own transgender child and accompanied by warm, joyous, and inclusive illustrations, this must-have picture book celebrates kindness and empathy and shows what it means to make someone feel safe, respected, and welcomed. So I'm here for it. And of course, it's Pride Month as well. So this is the perfect read. I'm really excited to read this with my kids and talk about it, have a conversation about it. I'm just really excited. And I love the book, like just the premise alone. And I love the cover. And then just looking at the illustrations alone, like fantastic. This is just beautiful. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this to my kids. I'm here for it. So yes. Next one that I'm going to be reading is called Freedom on the Sea. It says the true story of the Civil War hero Robert Smalls and his daring escape to freedom. This is written by Michael Bulwer Moore and illustrated by Brian Collier. So here's another picture book that I'll be reading. The next one is The Boy Who Found His Voice. This is written and illustrated by Tyler Gordon. So we have this one. It says, breathe in, breathe out, let go of all your doubt. You can, you will, you're able. So yeah, so this is really cute. And then I really like the illustrations are really cute as well. So there's that. Another book is Sierra Feels the Beat. This is written by Denise Rosario Busabsai and illustrated by Priscilla Soares. So here is another one. And look at that. And it says, today Sarah is going to perform for the Seaside Carnival. She skips past the beach barefoot, dressed in her favorite peacock leotard. But when her show director tells her she must put on her shoes to go on stage, Cesaria signs peacocks don't wear shoes. Cesaria is deaf, so she hears the music through the soles of her feet, but no one seems to understand until the music starts and Cesaria begins to feel the beat. Dance your way into this empowering story of empathy, community, and self-expression. And just look at the end papers. So yeah, another one I'm really excited to read and for my kids to read. So here's another one. And we got one more book for my June reading plans and my TBR, and one more picture book. And that is Cute Toot. This is written by Brianna J. McDaniel and illustrated by Olivia de Castro. So yes, this looks so freaking cute. Like, look at the, like, I love it. I love it. So yeah, I'm really excited to read these picture books with my kids. It's going to be a fun time, a nice, good conversation to have with my kids. And if they have questions, I can answer it for them. So yeah, this is going to be a very fun month for me when it comes for June. I'm really excited. All these books are all completely different genres, different vibes, different everything, and I'm here for it. And like I said, I'm a huge mood reader, so I feel like this TBR fits me because it's all over the place, and I love it. I love it so much. But that is it. That is my June TBR. You know, in other words, it's my June reading plans. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thank you all so, so much for watching. And I hope you all are staying healthy and staying safe. And I will catch y'all next time. Bye, everyone.